Okay, so we have learned about the nutrition and benefits of both oats and oat straw, and now I want to share with you the no less important but yet particular part of the oat plant called Milky Oats. When I learned about Milky Oats, I was mad. It wasn't the herb that made me mad, it was the realization that after years and years of seeking help from doctors, naturopaths, and other natural wellness practitioners for crippling anxiety and nervous system dysfunction, not one told me about Milky Oats or oat straw for that matter. Milky oats are the immature seed pods of the oat plant harvested during a specific 1 to 2 week window when they exude white milk. Milky oats represent one of herbalism's most profound remedies for nervous system restoration. Unlike oat straw infusions that we discussed already, which extract water-soluble minerals and flavonoids, Milky Oats tincture captures fat-soluble compounds and unique proteins that are only present during this brief developmental window. The milky substance contains compounds that directly nourish the nervous system in ways that other preparations simply cannot match. This milky substance is rich in a complex array of compounds, including alkaloids, saponins, and unique protein-carbohydrate complexes. The alkaloids influence neurotransmitter activity, particularly affecting serotonin pathways associated with mood regulation. Neurotransmitter activity refers to how chemical messengers in your brain and nervous system communicate information between nerve cells. These messengers, like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, carry signals across tiny gaps between nerve cells, influencing everything from mood and energy to sleep and stress response. Think of neurotransmitters as the body's internal text messaging system that helps your brain cells talk to each other. Milky Oats also contains avenanthramides, unique polyphenolic compounds that have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties that help protect nervous tissue from oxidative stress. Perhaps most importantly, the milk contains specific glycoproteins and fat lipid-soluble fractions that appear to directly support nerve cell membrane integrity and function, essentially providing building blocks for nervous system repair and regeneration. Milky Oats tincture is particularly beneficial for those experiencing deep nervous system depletion. It works best for people with mental and physical exhaustion who have become irritable, lack focus, and may even feel hopeless about recovering from their burnout or chronic illness. Specific indications include sleeplessness with irritability, nervous prostration due to mental strain, headaches, and melancholy. This remedy is ideal for the fried and frazzled individual, someone who has pushed beyond their limits for too long. This includes caregivers, healthcare workers, students during exam periods, professionals working long hours, and anyone recovering from prolonged stress, grief, or emotional trauma. The tincture helps restore emotional resilience when feeling fragile or easily overwhelmed and is particularly valuable for burnout from intellectual work. Unlike stimulants that temporarily mask exhaustion, Milky Oats actually rebuilds nervous system capacity, making it perfect for those who are exhausted but unable to truly relax or sleep properly. It's also supportive for those recovering from stimulant overuse or dependence. These compounds are most concentrated during the milky stage when the immature seed pod can be squeezed and release a white latex-like substance, a fleeting phase that lasts only 5 to 7 days in the plant's development cycle. Properly timed harvesting and processing is crucial, and this is why a fresh Milky Oats tincture has a distinctive action compared to dried oat preparations. With that said, if you find someone selling fresh Milky Oats, you may want to question this. Unless you are buying from a local farmer straight from harvest and are going to prepare this yourself right away, there may be little to no beneficial properties left. I have grown oats for oat straw and Milky oats a few times now. My experience has been that growing oats is one of the easiest and most satisfying things I have grown. The first year I grew them, I planted the seeds in the ground alongside barley seeds and behind my wildflower garden. I didn't get video of planting this, but when I planted them a second time, I made sure to record a bit of that process. This year I am growing the oats in one of my 4x8 raised garden beds. Now this can be done in a large pot just as well. I planted seeds I purchased from Strictly Medicinal Seeds. These are organic Avena sativa seeds. After topping off the soil with some fresh compost, I scattered the seeds pretty densely. I watered them a bit and then added a layer of mixed compost and peat moss for a light covering over the seeds. Preparation is important. Once the oats reach the milky stage, you need to be ready to harvest and process them. Unlike making oat straw infusions, which uses dried material, Milky oats must be processed fresh within hours of harvesting. It is best to harvest mid-morning after the dew has evaporated, but before the heat of the day to preserve valuable chemical constituents. I personally don't use shears to harvest Milky oats. I found that sliding my hands up the stem of the plant, popping the oat off into a basket to be the easiest method in my small plot setting. While not necessarily important, I want to note that I found this process very enjoyable. The satisfaction of those little oat seeds popping off into my basket, the sense of accomplishment I felt by growing them makes me look forward to growing them each year. Once the Milky oats are harvested, I get straight to tincturing them. Here I will show you a modified folk method of tincturing. First, we add enough alcohol like vodka to cover the plant material. If available in your state or region, a high alcohol content like Everclear is the ideal strength to extract those alkaloids and other compounds from the fresh plant materials. Next, we blend that on high for 1 to 2 minutes until thoroughly macerated. This breaks down the cell walls of the plant material, allowing for better extraction of the medicinal compounds. And finally, we pour the entire mixture, which includes the liquid and pulverized plant material, into a clean glass jar. Add more alcohol, a little at a time, as needed to ensure all plant material is covered by at least a ½ inch. Shake gently each day for 4 to 6 weeks. After 4 to 6 weeks, strain your Milky oats tincture through a cheesecloth. Then squeeze the remaining plant material to remove as much liquid as possible. Store your final extract in amber bottles, away from light and heat. A properly made Milky oat tincture will retain its potency for 3 to 5 years when stored properly. Standard dosing of a Milky oats extract is 2 to 5 milliliters 3 times a day. Consistent use over time yields the best results. For acute stress situations, up to 5 milliliters can be taken every 2 to 3 hours as needed. The tincture works best when taken directly under the tongue. Add a small amount of water to prevent a stinging sensation from the alcohol. While some people notice immediate effects, the most profound benefits come with consistent use over time. This is not a quick fix, but rather a gradual restoration of nervous system function. Milky oats is safe for long-term use. Typically recommended for 3 to 6 months for serious burnout recovery. It combines well with other nervines like skullcap and passionflower for anxiety.